Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another interview in the Getting Off Track series. I want to first thank the sponsor, Cranlink DD Meats out of Medina, North Dakota. I want to thank Joe, Melinda, and the whole crew over there. If you are in the area between Bismarck and Jamestown, North Dakota, just off of I-94 to the north, head on into the small town of Medina. Got a full-service meat and sausage processing plant, along with bakery, convenience store items, a floral shop, all sorts of great stuff to check out if you're just kind of passing through. Maybe you're on the way to the racetrack. Great place to stop in for all your hunger and some of your floral needs as well. And so thank you to Joe, Melinda, once again for supporting me on these interviews this season. Again, Cranlink DD Meats, check them out on Facebook. They have various specials taking place throughout the year. And so thank you for their support. Well, hello everyone. Happy to come on here with another interview, and we have a fun guest for the interview today. We have Luke Erlandson. He drives the number 18 WISSOTA Midwest Modified out of Brainerd, Minnesota. Luke, how are you doing this evening?
Pretty good. It's a good interview. I'm excited.
Yeah, I've been excited to get you on the last couple of weeks. Been seeing you actually quite a bit over the last couple of weeks, as it looks like with the 2025 season, the way the weather's kind of played out. Before we get to your 2025 season, kind of give us a rundown of how many years you've been in racing and what all you've raced up to this point.
So this will be my fourth season racing. I raced Mod Force for 3 years. This will be my first year in the Midwest Mod. It's been exciting.
Yeah, and I remember seeing you over at kind of like Brainerd, obviously, but kind of down to like Granite City and other tracks such as KRA, maybe once in a great while. And those kind of what your home tracks were before this year?
Before this year, we were running Brainerd, Ogilvy, Granite City, Bemidji here and there. Brainerd and Granite City would be our main tracks. I think last year we didn't miss a race at Granite City. We actually got the track championship there for the Mod 4. Um, And then Mod 4, we can't race everywhere. So we went anywhere the Mod 4 should go, basically. I-94, we've been there a few times. Not many, but a few.
Gotcha. So now like you're behind the wheel of a Midwest Modified, and pretty much you have your pick of the litter wherever you want to go on a given weekend. So getting into your 2025 season, I guess, what was the indication that you wanted to maybe change classes out of the Modified and the Midwest Modified?
So we actually decided probably about halfway through last year. We were having some troubles with motors. We switched motor packages. We were starting to do some stuff with Chubb's Performance. And he's like, "Why don't you guys move up?" And we were like, "Well, it wouldn't be a bad idea." And we ended up finding a car from SSR, one of their house cars, and then Chubbs has built us a motor, and it's been fun since then.
There you go. Yeah. And then, of course, it's a very popular class, the biggest class in all of WISSOTA. So there's going to be competition wherever you go. And now, being in Brainerd, of course, they have a couple WISSOTA classes, but they don't race Midwest Modifieds weekly. So do you have a home track, I guess, that you race at in 2025?
I would say no. We raced at Ogilvy for a while, but now I've just been kind of going everywhere. We've been out west quite a bit, North Dakota, Fargo, Grand Forks. We were there last week. Just everywhere, honestly. Anywhere, any big money shows we're trying to go to too, where there's going to be a lot of cars. Just anywhere we can go.
Yeah. And so I'm guessing with as many tracks as you've been hitting up and how much you've been traveling, I'm assuming there's a quick change in the car.
Yep, there we got a quick change.
Because I assume that doing all that gear changing would be very, very tedious with that
Yeah,
motor.
that was one of the big pluses for moving up from Mod 4. Having a quick change makes my life so much easier.
Yeah, so now you have a range of like, quarter mile tracks and some like these 3/8 miles tracks. Do you have a certain track or a style that fits your style best, or you're kind of still learning that?
Still kind of learning that. I really like a bouldering track. Boulderings are just fun, small tracks where you're not just hammered down the whole time. So like Grand Forks, River City Speedway, that was a fun track. I really enjoyed that track. I did like Jamestown. We went out there once, planning to probably go back there here pretty soon. Probably within the next 2 weeks, we'll be out there again.
Nice. Yeah, that was kind of like I wouldn't say the first time I saw you, but when Jamestown, I would probably consider one of my more home tracks since it's close to me. And then I saw you on the entry list. I'm like, wow, that's an interesting drive over from Brainerd on a Saturday. And I'm like, I wonder what he's doing over in Jamestown. So it was cool to meet you there in person for the first time. And yeah, you picked up on that track right away. I mean, you picked up on several of these tracks right away for your first time. So that's gotta be pretty cool.
Yeah, very. It's exciting to go places in top five. That's the goal this year is just get top fives, get obviously win, but realistically top fives, and then the National Rookie of the Year is the main goal.
Yeah, and you go to River Cities for the first time just a couple weeks ago, and you get your first career feature win in the Midwest Modifieds. I don't, were you necessarily expecting that first win to come so soon?
No, I wasn't. I knew there was some stiff competition there. Car didn't feel amazing in the heat, but when I got out in the feature, we made some adjustments. We talked to Jake at SSR, and I knew it was fast when I got out on the track.
Yeah, and that's definitely not an easy place to win either, especially because, well, River Cities, you never know exactly what kind of track you're gonna get. So it's like you might have a good setup, but it's like the track may be dictating something completely different. So to win there, pretty good feat as well.
Yeah.
Well, and kind of the funny aspect, so you mentioned like the National Rookie of the Year battle, like where you parked in Jamestown was very similar because you're racing against one of the locals there, Cal Anderson, who's also going for rookie points. So kind of a cool little battle taking place here midway through the season.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that they pulled in. Super nice family, super nice dad. Kyle's very nice. And it's gonna be fun. Right now we're sitting in third, he's in first, and then we got Cade Johnson, I believe his name is in second, where I'm 25 points behind first. So it's getting pretty tight already for how early in the season it is.
Yeah, and so since you're going to be traveling quite a bit for the rest of the year, are there certain tracks that you haven't hit yet for the first time that you really want to hit up?
I do want to go to Casino Speedway. We were gonna go there with the Mod 4. We never ended up going. I think we had a motor blow up right before then. For sure there. I've been to I-94. I want to make it back there at least a few times before the 100 there. I want to try compete in that race, so I want to get some more practice there. And then I haven't made it out to Wisconsin yet this year. It just every time I think about going, it ends up rains going that way, and I'm not taking the risk, so I go somewhere else. So I'm sure I'll make it out to some of the Wisconsin tracks here at some point.
Yeah, there's some good tracks out there. I myself am heading out there this upcoming weekend. There's some it's kind of almost different dirt out there, so it's like almost a different animal too. It's kind of weird how it kind of changes once you cross the state line. It's
Yeah.
like, wow, completely different.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like Minnesota, North Dakota. You get that more black dirt out in North Dakota. Even like Buffalo, they kind of have that more black clay. It almost seems like maybe topsoil's mixed into it, but it's a great racing surface, so it's works for me.
When I suppose too, being from North Dakota, I'm just used to this, but like a lot of our tracks don't really have walls.
Yeah,
So that's probably a lot different for a lot of drivers that are from like Minnesota to get used to as well.
yeah, definitely. Really the only track that I know around here's like Princeton, and they got the one wall on the front straightaway, and that's about it. I don't race at Princeton very often, but when I do, it's definitely a little bit different. And now racing out where you guys are, it's definitely different feeling knowing that you go off the high side, you could roll pretty easily.
Yeah, there's some high bankings. Yeah, Jamestown and Grand Forks are kind of the two that kind of stick out for me
Yeah.
too. Yeah, you already got 20 shows in on the season with a win and quite a few top fives and top tens. So strong start to the 2025 season. Before I let you go, I want to give you an opportunity to thank your sponsors and crew members that help out your racing program.
First I'd like to thank my parents, my dad, my mom. My dad does a lot for me with the racing. Couldn't do it without them. And then FDI Drive, my grandpa, my grandma, Chops Performance for making the best concept motor out there, I'll tell you that. And then Jake at SSR, I think it's the best B mod ever, but Jake's awesome to work with. Ramstead Technologies, Highway 18 Collision Center. Oh God, who else? Deep Fried Olives, my grandma and grandpa there as well. Um, and just everyone else that helps on the backside of things. We couldn't do it without them.
Yeah, great team behind you. And I believe we were talking beforehand, you kind of own your own business, so you're able to kind of like venture out a little bit more than probably other drivers.
Yeah, so I own a hydro seeding company, so this is my first year full time with that. So it works out real nice. If I schedule my schedule correctly, I can take off Thursday and Friday and just race all weekend, which is awesome. And been trying to race where I can just stay at tracks or leave a track at night and go straight to the next track instead of coming home, which is really nice to do. Saves a little bit of fuel.
Yeah, that's definitely
Yeah.
definitely beneficial, especially this season because yeah, weather's been so unpredictable. It's like you almost kind of have to have like a backup and then a backup to the backup.
Yeah. Definitely. So I don't even know where we're gonna go this weekend. Might go to Grand Rapids tomorrow, and then I'm thinking Fiesta Friday for that special they got going on down there. Try to collect a little bit of a bigger payout, and then I don't know where, Saturday or Sunday we'll be somewhere.
Yeah, and you mentioned the WISSOTA 100. What other year-end races are you kind of looking to hit up as the year closes?
So I'll be at Topless Nationals, the Fall Classic. I am signed up for the XR Big Deal event. I don't know if I'm gonna go yet. It's kind of up in there because I don't get WISSOTA points for that race, so it's a good payout, but national points is worth more to me if you ask me. So
Mhm.
might make it there, might not. Kind of depends when we get to that week if what we'll decide.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I'm sure as the year kind of goes on, basically you're just going to be going wherever the racing is, so that way you can kind of see how this points battle shakes out towards the end, which I'm sure, besides the National Rookie of the Year, might end up in the top 10 in points too.
Yeah, I try not to focus a whole lot on points. Try not to get it in my head. It is what it is. Just do what you can do to win it. I think we're in the top 20, and if we can get the top 10 in national points, that would be really exciting as well.
Yeah, so I'm being a traveler myself. I'm sure I'm going to be crossing paths with you multiple
Yeah.
times before the season's out. So looking forward to seeing you at the various tracks. And where can people kind of follow your racing or stay up to date on your whereabouts and your results?
So I have a Facebook page. It's called Erlandson Racing. You can find me there. That gets weekly updates, weekend updates. That'll be the main place to find where I'm gonna be at, where I'm gonna be racing. And it changes so fast. You know how the weather is right now.
Yep. Yeah, I make a schedule and then all of a sudden it's like, nope, throw that out the window.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I'll certainly be keeping tabs on you and looking forward to seeing you throughout the rest of the summer. And thank you for spending a few minutes getting to know you a little bit more.
Yeah, thank you for your time as well.
Absolutely. See you all next time on another interview presented by Kramlich DD Meats.